No matter what it is in life that you want, you gotta go out there and get it. Just don't let it come to a sleeper but a dream. Never give up on your goals, stay focused on you. Focus your view, succeed, cause I'm hoping you do. Keep climbing up the ladder, cause the key to success. Go hard and go home, never settle for less. Life is stress, but we gotta deal with it, homie. Send a prayer to the man.
What's up, team? Happy New Year. It's Robert Porter with the I Love San Bernardino County radio show on KCAA NBC 106.5 FM, 1050 AM, where we will talk politics, culture, and history. What's up, Viviani? How we doing?
Yo, Happy New Year.
Yeah,
Happy New Year.
Yeah, we got Steven in the house
What's
today,
going on now?
Josiah,
Hey,
right?
what's up, man?
Yeah, we're going to be talking with Music Chasing Lives pretty soon with the founder and one of their board members. And, of course, Yanni will have some updates for us. We're also going to be talking a little bit about, what happened with I Love San Bernardino group and, pretty much I don't know. So that's how that goes. I've got to thank our sponsors, Celebrities Bar and Grill, Max Zaire and Zoe over there at Celebrities, trying to do good things for our community.
Not trying, doing.
Yeah, doing good things. And hiring people, right?
Hey now.
So,
cool.
Bringing people into the place, got work, they get money. They go out and spend money in the community, hence those get tax dollars to our city, and then we can get our streets done and things like. What? Is that really how it works? Yes. So sales tax dollars are very important, right? So then if we go to Celebrities and buy a steak, like their Tuesday and Saturday steak special for $9.99, then those taxes that we pay, the sales taxes, go into our city and help pay for our streets and things like that as well. Awesome. So if we shop in the city or we shop at Celebrities or Green Shack, right?
Yes.
Then we get these benefits by just spending in our own town. So if you come to Redlands, I like Redlands. Redlands is cool over here. I'm over here, Redlands right now.
Yeah.
And we like red chili. We like coming over here and eating good stuff.
Yes, indeed.
But we also like spending our money in San Bernardino, and I'd rather you spend your money in San Bernardino if you can, right?
Amen.
And you can splurge. I mean, we all go to State Street and downtown, and have some fun. But and then Rancho, wherever you go to, whatever you want to do. But like if you can, try to stay in the city. And gas is expensive, so you are saving a little bit. And if we shop local, it will really help our local businesses. I just read that. Pizza Fuego on 40th just closed. So that's just a small business. Now, how many here have eaten at Pizza Fuego? Right?
Not only that, but before that, whatever that pizza place was, they still have my old information. They kept the file, so I'm still in the decks.
So let's hope it comes back. But those kinds of places we got to shop at more.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
to keep them alive.
That's my area.
And so we won't lose another Brandon Iron. And, I guess it wasn't really the sales for Brandon Iron. It was the roof. But still, it's sad to lose an icon like that. The most popular person in the world, actually played a concert there. I mean, do you guys know who that is?
I was going to say Michael
but I don't
Jackson,
remember.
but it would have to be a bigger
It's Taylor Swift right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she played there, right? But
Awesome.
she's literally one of the biggest stars in the world.
Yeah, she got draw. She could change the economy wherever she goes.
She could change elections, man. That's what I'm hoping.
Whoever pays her the most is
There
going
you
to win.
Yeah, no, I think more like she already knows who she wants to win.
Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Act right, brother. We watching and we waiting.
We have our I Love San Bernardino stand of the week, Eloisa Contreras.
Awesome.
I want to
Congrats.
thank her
Yeah.
for coming to our events. She helps us with the Valencia and Paris Hill Park Neighborhood Association. She comes in, she goes in to so much stuff, and she brings her family, and it's just so important for people to come to our events.
Yes.
Right? Bring your family, bring your mama, bring multiple generations to the events, and that makes them strong. It makes them feel like community. And the only thing I would add is bring your pup. You know,
There you
like,
go.
you know,
And the dogs too.
yeah,
And
like,
the cats.
It really makes it a community. You know, occasional bird.
Yeah.
I have not seen any cats, but online I've seen people walk cats. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping someday I'll be,
Exactly.
I'll be like,
Or your
I
possum.
tried that.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
daughter comes with her cat now.
Oh, does she?
She has a
Nice.
backpack. That she
Nice.
brings.
oh, really?
There you go.
Okay,
There
well,
you
so
go.
maybe someday I'll see that.
There we
I did see a lizard the other day.
Oh,
pet
I
lizard,
was like,
cool.
wow, that guy's
They
got
have
an
monitors. People
iguana
have
on
pet
it.
monitors.
Yeah, yeah.
For real.
Sure.
Cool stuff. So I don't know. I got off on some tangent, but I just wanted to thank Eloisa, and she's really nice, and her kid's really cool too. So she deserves recognition.
Definitely.
Man. And,
Definitely.
And I want to give recognition to everyone that's gone to events this last year. Man, if you even took the time to do one event and you didn't do one the year before, then you've made progress. But
Amen.
let's try to do 2 this year.
Right.
If
There
you
you
only
go.
did 3 this year, maybe try to do 4.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
if it's just a ho-ho parade and a Christmas parade or the Martin Luther King parade that's coming up next Monday,
Yep. 16.
you know, we need you there.
Yes, indeed.
It looks good, and then you create nostalgia for yourself, but also for the kids, right? So when the kids grow up, they feel like me about the ho-ho parade. Like, wow, I saw it when I was a kid, you know?
Yeah.
So
It's a tradition.
we really need good, solid people like Eloisa, and I know she does a lot more stuff. She's always with, you know, dealing stuff with the police department and stuff, going to different events. So
Definitely.
I imagine she'll probably be a commissioner or something someday. If she
Sooner
hasn't
or later.
applied yet, she probably should. And we'll get her really involved.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Definitely.
Thank you so much, Elisa. Stand out of the week.
Thank you.
And of course, thank celebrities and you know, and Manel over at
Green
Green
Shack.
Shack, and go get a mafia meatball.
Come on now.
That's
Or the
good.
Joker
Yeah,
with
yeah,
jalapenos.
they have new names, but like they're
Oh.
still the same for
Okay.
me, dude.
Okay.
Like, if you say the Joker, they'll make it for you.
Okay, yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I do have a history tidbit, if you guys don't mind bearing with me for a second. Since it is Martin Luther King's birthday next Monday, and we'll have will DJ Muda or
Hey now.
All right.
Oh.
Okay.
Amudape.
Budapest.
Right.
William Amudape is coming on in, and he's you know, local standout
All right.
comedian, DJ,
Podcaster.
event organizer.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he's gonna give his perspective, a little bit of Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech.
And I got to say, from the west side of San Bernardino.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Now I was going to ask about that. I don't know. Were you on the committee this year? 'Cause I
Oh.
know last year they talked about busing some of the people from the west that they couldn't drive to the new location.
Yeah, I didn't hear. I don't know any about that.
Okay.
I wasn't on.
Because I know that was talked about, kicked around.
I just know I am. I got a microphone
right.
somehow.
You got to be the MC of the.
I'll do
Got you.
whatever they tell me to do. I'll do.
Definitely.
You know?
Rob that bank.
Yeah. Well, not that part.
Not that one. The one next to it.
Lou will keep
We
it.
work at
yeah.
that.
Lou will keep it clean. Yeah.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
No, I didn't say that, Lou.
Nor did I.
But I just talked to Lou, and you know, she worked really hard during this last Christmas break here.
Yes.
You know, putting together Christmas carols for seniors. We sung that.
Yeah, that
and
was
then
awesome.
getting ready for the Martin Luther King Gala, and the parade is coming up, and then all the other stuff she does.
Yes,
It's
indeed.
amazing woman.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so African American trailblazers in San Bernardino County. Through the 19th century and well into the 20th, African Americans in San Bernardino County had such a hard time making ends meet due to racial tension and low social status that the likelihood any would one day serve an integral role in their community looked slim. Fortunately, there were a number of men and women through unbelievable drive and determination defied those odds. Let's take a look at a few of these remarkable trailblazers. So what Nick Cataldo is saying in his book, Creating the Gate City, is that it was hard to stand out at being an African American in San Bernardino due to basically discrimination and racial profiling. I'm sure all kinds of different things that were bad. But these people stood out, and they made their name known. I don't know if you guys have heard of Lizzie Flake Rohan.
No.
She was born in 1834 and died in 1908. Was brought to San Bernardino by Mormon settlers James and Agnes Flake. After they died, Lizzie took care of Flake's children for a while in addition to her own. She even married another ex-slave, Charles Woan, and built a home for their 3 children and acquired land on D Street near downtown San Bernardino, where Lizzie worked as a laundress. Charles ran a barber shop inside the Southern Hotel. What they don't mention here is she came to California a slave.
Right.
And as she entered into California, she was free.
Amen.
Right? So to be free, but still stay with and take care of the family after the parents died. What a woman! What a woman! And it shows that it's hard to understand their perspective from our time.
Different times.
They made it their way. But it's good for us to look at the mistakes of the past and not recreate those
Yes,
if we
so
can,
we
right?
learn. Yes.
But wow, what a woman! And another interesting fact about her is when she died, the pallbearers were everybody from the community. Like it was everyone
She
was
was
at her
loved by
funeral.
many.
So that is like that. I don't know. I can't. Not a total connection, but it reminds me of Dr. Hill.
Right.
Everyone came out for her.
Definitely.
Makes sense.
Definitely.
Even when COVID was fine and everything, we came out for her.
To show love and
Yeah,
respect.
and that was like a Lizzie Flake Rohan. So I don't think she would mind at all being,
Honored or spoke of.
Amen.
yes.
Amen.
Especially
And I
the
think
right
I
light.
actually did her history when Dr. Hill was on here for Mother's Day one day.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
It's hard to get a guest for Mother's Day, but Dr. Hill always came through, man.
Awesome.
Dang.
Nice.
The
I
mother
miss
to the
her. I
community.
miss her.
Amen.
So we have Grief Embers, 1812 to 1873. Shortly after the Mormons' arrival, word hit San Bernardino of an imminent Indian attack. So a fort was built near present-day San Bernardino County Courthouse, and the militia was organized inside its walls. During the turbulent time, Grief Embers had a 6-foot-long tin horn that he blew to call men in preparation for an anticipated attack. Later, when the Mormon faithful were recalled to Salt Lake City in 1857, obliged to hastily sell their homes for pennies on the dollar, Embers bought land at what is now I Street, just south of Mill Street, thus becoming one of the first African-American landowners in California.
Wow.
Awesome.
So how this was created, what happened is the Mormons got called back. Well, they were messing around with polygamy up there, and the United States government was pretty much saying, well, we're coming in there to stop you from doing that.
Yeah.
But really what they were doing is there was secret talk amongst the Latter-day Saints of creating a new state or a new country based off of their beliefs on the West Coast.
Oh, wow.
So that's why they focused on polygamy, right? And but they called everyone back from San Bernardino. Some went, some stayed. That's just how it was. But when they left, they had to sell right away. So a lot of people just picked up properties for very cheap.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, that led to the red light district time of San Bernardino after that.
Okay.
Because anyone could buy cheap land, right?
True
Incredible,
indeed, true
incredible.
indeed.
But also led to the first African-American owner of a piece of land in California.
Awesome.
Well,
Very
thanks.
cool, very
Beautiful,
cool stuff.
beautiful.
In San Bernardino,
Hey now.
right here.
Yeah.
Hey now.
We are leading the way up
Still are.
in civil rights movement from there on. Like even with the civil rights movement in the cases with Second Lake.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, it's not Second Lake, but
The-
with
that-
with
what
Mayor
was.
Secom, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
in the plunge pool.
I hear you.
Like we were at the forefront of that too. So it's crazy. Our melting pot here is.
It's
All right,
unique.
I'll say it creates the best food, team.
Hey now, hey now, hey now. Pass the hot sauce.
Yeah. And the chicken and waffles and the Chubsy smash
Come on now,
burgers.
come on now, for real.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love chicken and waffles.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's the good stuff.
Good stuff. Yeah, and did you get to eat at Chubsy's?
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah, it was. How was Saturday?
Oh, the skate competition, the Blairix, I believe is called. It was awesome. I got to meet. This shirt is actually from Wax Skateboard
Oh,
Shop. So
yes, I
shout
saw
out to
that.
Wax Skateboard.
Jason
Go,
Ross.
Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
Shout
Jason
out.
Lola.
Jason Lola, yeah, Mr. Lola, awesome
Wax
dude.
Skateboards. Does
Definitely,
all my
definitely.
shirts and everything.
Definitely awesome dude. The Nutso brand was out there. They were doing the little competition where if you can hang from the pull-up bar for over 100
Okay,
seconds,
yeah,
you
I've
win
seen that.
$100.
Did you do it?
Hell, heck no.
No lightning came down. Okay. How long did you make it?
you know what? I didn't even participate. I left it to the youth. You know
now
what
I
I mean?
gotta
You
try.
know? Yeah.
I saw this really strong guy who I think who just watched it recently. He
did it
looked
at
like
the
he was going
concert
to
under
make
the
it.
stars.
What's
That's
his
where it
name,
was.
Steven?
And in like the last couple seconds, he fell.
It's
I'm
really
like,
was.
oh, man.
Bodybuilder.
Yeah.
We had
Just
him at our
100
concert
seconds?
under the
That's it.
stars.
I think
It sounds easy, bro. but
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can't
no, I
move.
know that's.
You can't move, you can't shake.
and you have to hold
hang.
the bar
And you have
like
to hold
this
the bar
or
a
this.
certain way.
You can't
Yeah.
go
So
like
it's
that.
just straight isometric.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And you're, ah.
But I think the lighter people
Yeah,
will
would
have
help.
a better chance. You
Yeah,
know,
less
for
body
people that are
mass to
holding
hold
more
up, right,
mass.
And I have been doing a lot of push-ups.
You probably can do it, bro. I believe in you. I believe
Go for
you.
it. I go for it.
But it was an awesome event. Very purposeful. I thank each one of the sponsors and vendors there just for being out and creating positive things in our community because, you know, we have a great need for positive outlets for our youth. So it was always beautiful. That park means so much to so many of us. I used to go to the wading pool after my mom would pick me up from school from North Park Elementary, swimming there, tennis buddies, climbing the mountain, big chilling in the park back in the day, you know.
And then
Yeah.
you can go hiking if you
Yeah,
want. You
yeah.
know, and that is I think one of our gems of all the
Definitely.
parks. Yes, it
I
really is.
totally agree.
Jason, good job. I'm sorry I couldn't come. Amy has a cold, so we kind of like didn't want to be passing
Nah,
all
yeah.
that stuff
Thank you for
around,
being
you know?
considerate of
yeah,
others.
like I know that there's a lot of events, but I wish this is for everybody. If you are sick, please stay
Yes.
home.
Yes.
I don't care if it's important. I really don't care.
Word up.
My life is important.
Yeah,
Right.
My mama's life is
Exactly.
important.
Amen.
Right? So if I take COVID home to her, she could die.
Yeah.
So what makes you think that it's all right for you to come sick?
Yeah, that's pretty
To
pompous. That's
anything.
pretty
I hear
pompous.
you.
Yeah, you don't have that
Or
right.
asinine as well.
In
Oh.
the future, this is what's
Pompously
going to
asinine.
happen. They're going to be able to trace where these diseases come from, the viruses or the bacteria. They're going to be able to trace. And if you knew you were sick and you passed it on to somebody and you killed them, you should be liable, right? If you had HIV and you were diagnosed with it and you went and had sex with somebody, what happens to you?
Unprotected sex.
Yeah.
There's a couple actors that did that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you go to jail. You go to jail.
Yeah, it was pretty messed up.
Yeah.
Pretty fucked up.
Yeah, and if you get
That's
caught,
already messed up.
you go to jail. So like, I have a feeling that this is moving along. So like,
Right.
you might as well start practicing right now.
Just do the right thing.
Yeah.
Do it right.
Just do the right
And
thing.
Have some
also,
common sense
Test
and-
yourself for COVID.
Definitely.
Like you may not believe in vaccines. I don't care about all that, but COVID you can't get sick from it, and it
Yes.
sucks.
And
Right?
STDs,
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
careful out
wear
there.
a
Out the Jimmy.
condom.
Protect
If
yourself.
we're getting into this, you know.
Yeah. We're talking about red light district.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Be safe out there.
Yeah, definitely. Word up.
All right, we don't have any condoms in here, right? We
No.
can't show them.
Damn it.
Can we blow them up?
Trojan man.
Definitely working on the brand.
too much
Shout
fun on
out.
this show. Trojan, all right, or Magnum. What you like to use, Trojan? All right, well, yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's all good. You know,
I
yeah,
am-
it is what it is. You
I'm
know,
Dingo,
you know.
not man
Nice.
All right. Well, I guess I'm done with the but like,
Yeah, let's go. But it was good.
But-
To hear that information. Really was,
Yeah, we had too much fun. I want to thank everyone. We miss you, Jesse. Where are you hiding? Jesse.
Wow.
We'll have to hit him up later and see what happened to him today. Little update. I love San Bernardino. Just so you know, the group just disappeared on me last Thursday. I had 2 violations. Some cyber violations, but not that many. The group was not at risk at all.
Weird.
They say all that, and Facebook notifies you. All these things. This is something weird. It just disappeared.
So it's not something like there's
We didn't create the
there's
problem,
people
yeah.
targeting you and
Yeah.
doing like a
Yeah.
Karen type of thing and
If it-
complaining
if it-
about every
whatever
little
it was.
thing.
There's a process that Facebook normally takes to do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's an appeals as well. So the fact that it just disappeared totally is weird.
I hear you.
Yeah. One thing I did do just recently is I okayed to become part of this new AI
I
program.
heard about that. I was going to ask you about
Yeah.
that. That's kind of weird.
So I was already part of the AI, using it fully, but
Hmm.
then there was a next step to go
Okay.
fully AI,
Yeah.
right? So I okayed to become,
Fully, right.
but it is not happening yet.
hear.
right? They're working on it. So I don't know if that had something to do
Oh,
with
that could
it.
be. Maybe they're locking in and
I
dialing.
just don't know. I have no answers. Now I have sent in a troubleshooting thing. I am verified now. Verifying didn't do anything because those people deal with advertising and stuff in your regular page, the normal stuff. Technical issues like that, she had no idea. But she could send an email to the main Facebook people who do fix things. So she had me do that as well. That was on Friday or Thursday, so there's 2 days, and then the weekend, and sometimes 2 weeks to get back to you. 2 days to 2 weeks.
In the interim, what page do you want those that are craving that local news and that local happenings? What page should they be going to right now that you facilitate?
Well, you can always go to Robert Porter. I love San Bernardino, Robert Porter. So
Okay.
it's I love San
We're there.
Bernardino by Robert Porter. Easy. It will pop right up. There's thousands of members. I think there's 3,000 something or something. And then you can also just follow Robert Porter, me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't put up all the news
But
in
you do on
my
your own page,
personal,
right.
but I do on I Love San Bernardino Park. Now, if you just want my events and pictures, then you go to the page I Love San Bernardino, right? The I Love San Bernardino page is from the very beginning when I started this radio show.
Definitely.
I post all the radio shows on there. I post all the pictures, but I don't post a lot of the other stuff or a lot of other people's stuff. It's very concentrated for the people
Yes.
who complain that there's too much sales or whatever. They can go there and get everything they want.
Definitely.
So that's still fully operational. I still have probably like 30 or 40,000 followers still.
There you go.
But
Awesome.
like I don't have that 90,000 group anymore
Yeah.
until they hopefully fix it. If they don't, then they don't. I'm gonna have to.
And
go
we'll
on
grow
that.
back to those numbers, and
Yeah.
we'll grow stronger, and it'll be a much more
Piece of cake.
purposeful place to
Yeah.
come to get
And
information.
the last group, like the group before, I made improvements to the next stage, and
Right.
some of those main improvements were like adding in Spanish and
Amen.
multilingual, all these different things sales. It made the page better. So, creating a new one is gonna be better.
New
right?
opportunity. New opportunity.
Yeah.
It's a new year.
Yeah, like doing the same old thing, you can get
Complacent.
yes, and in holistic education, we learned something that basically said that if you're feeling comfortable, you're not learning.
Or growing.
Yeah, right. So you're just doing what you normally do, right? So like being forced into an uncomfortable position.
Or stepping out of
sometimes
what you normally
yeah,
do.
gets you rolling.
You may not like it, but the outcome, you're going to learn a lot more just from going through it than you ever would
Word up.
just saying, "Oh, I'm not going to do it." I don't know.
And I'm still doing it. I'm a neighborhood association president. I got a meeting on Wednesday at Denny's. If you guys would like to come at 6:00 p.m., we'll have PD there and everything. I do have the radio show here.
Yes,
I have
indeed.
my Instagram, I Love San Bernardino. The TikTok, I Love San Bernardino. There's still ways that you can find and get
And
a
as
hold
far
of
as
me.
your pictures too, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but anything that you hashtagged "I Love San Bernardino" with the exclamation points or just "I Love San Bernardino," there's a whole giant folder of anything that's been hashtagged
Yeah.
with "I Love San Bernardino." Same thing with the stuff I do.
And I've taken over those.
Are you?
All right.
They used
All right.
Some of them used to be, other people. But
Yeah.
And I also took over the San
I
Bernardino.
use it sometimes, not all the
San
time, but when
Bernardino-
I
there's a
post
San
like my
Bernardino
sunset
in
pictures
Sweden
from North Park.
and in Italy, right? So like,
Oh.
hey,
They know what's
I
happening
like to
here.
show them what's up, even, right? Like,
This is the real
oh,
San
yeah,
Bernardino.
yeah. This is San Bernardino,
What are you
Or
talking
we're
about?
twins.
Yeah,
We're twins.
Right.
You know?
we can
Sister cities
Yeah.
or brother sister
Yeah, yeah.
cities.
All right. Definitely have to mention we have the Martin Luther King parade
Yep.
on Monday.
Yes.
Is it 10:00? Or,
I want to say the parade starts at, I want to say 12, but
The
Go
whole
into-
different route, right?
yeah, it's in
Yeah.
downtown San
Yeah.
Bernardino this time,
yeah, I'll be posting it all up on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
groups
Just
and
follow
everywhere,
Robert
yeah.
Porter or myself on Facebook, and we'll get you the
And
information.
Lou's been posting up a lot
Yes,
too. So if
indeed.
you
Yeah.
follow Lou Dowdy, you can get all
I
that.
do and I share.
Yeah, she does
Yes,
a lot
indeed.
of events, so you should be following her.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
what's her? She has a crew. Lou Productions.
Yes, Lou Productions.
Yeah, follow Lou Productions.
Definitely.
And
you
She's
also
she's trying to get that place where she had the nightclub. She's thinking about trying to
Yep.
Yeah.
get that rolling, get some money behind her, and open that back
San
up. That'd be
Bernardino, was
sweet.
it the Uptowner? That San Bernardino Uptowner?
Yeah, right next to the that restaurant on the other corner, the diner, the 50s diner.
They should have kept her on board, man.
I hear
That
you.
place would have been packed, man.
I
Let
hear
her
you.
go.
I hear you. When someone has a vision, and more importantly, they have the drive to manifest that vision, you got to capitalize
They have
on
no
those
more money
opportunities.
to run the bar, so they just walked away from it.
I
It's
hear
sitting
you.
there empty now.
Yeah, that's just weird, man.
It's an opportunity
Yeah.
for someone else.
If she can get that, man, like I don't know if it would be a bar, but I don't know. I don't know what she would do.
Do a little both.
Yeah. Bars are
Like a nightclub thing out of
Yeah,
it.
there you go. There you go.
yeah, like a little
Jazz
comedy club or
nightclub.
something.
There you go, a little
Little
variety
both.
spot. You
Yeah,
know?
have a little bit of everything.
There you go.
We're dreaming for you, Lou,
There
over
you
here,
go,
man.
there you
We'll
go.
put it out there. It's coming
Yeah,
to you. Be ready
see
for
how
it.
much you gotta do
Where's
now.
those stones at? Bring them stones.
Everybody,
crystals in the
everybody's
house.
got good ideas until
I
they
got my
gotta
bag,
be put
yeah,
it
man.
Gotta
together.
pay for it.
Don't worry, the money will follow.
Oh man, we love you.
Oh,
Lou.
definitely.
All right, well, Josiah, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where were you born?
Man, I was born in Altadena, California. Brought
So
here.
that's where they produce milk, right?
That's where the Altadena Dairy.
Used to be.
Dairy Brothers, right?
Oh, yeah.
But they originally came to Corona, the story of them.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like, Altadena kicked them out. They was
Uh-huh.
like, this ain't going to be a dairy town. So they moved that to Corona.
And then Corona kicked them all out.
And then Corona kicked them out.
To
too.
Mariloma.
Yeah, it was like all this cow stuff.
Yeah.
We ain't about that.
We were
should
talking
now
about
We're
the
bringing Porsche and Bentley.
fake
Yeah.
smells.
And so, yeah, man, by way of Altadena, then wound up here in the Inland Empire ever since junior high.
Awesome.
And
What school did you go to?
Man, I built all the continuation schools, let's just be honest. From Fontana North to Arrow.
Did you ever go to San Andreas?
No, I didn't make it that far.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was mostly
I
juvenile
was just
house.
wondering if you
juvenile hall
crossed paths with
schools and-
Dr. Hill.
Dr. Hill, I don't know. He
Yeah.
probably crossed paths with me in some way. Or
Later
another,
on.
but- Later on.
Yeah.
But I bounced around. Well, my family moved around a lot. That's why I say the Inland Empire is my home.
Okay.
Bless my mom's heart. She was
Amen.
a single mother doing her thing. And as rent increased, she needed to go where she could be affordable, right?
True.
And so I've been from Rialto to Fontana to Southridge. I've seen it all built. I remember when I was in Moreno Valley going to school. I forget the name of it. It was one of the elementaries. It wasn't even a road to it. It was like literally a dirt road going back and forth to the school. So, yeah.
Yeah, we old.
Yeah, yeah. I'm an IE
Hey.
I'm an IE native. I remember when it was called Fonkentucky, all of that.
Oh, yeah. Well, I still call it Fontucky.
Rat, exactly. You
Well,
know, and
you know what, San Bernardino's, we deal with a lot. Yeah, we
Mhm.
deal with a lot.
yeah,
But I still love Fontana.
real, yeah. I
Awesome
love
city.
that.
Good
They're in
cities.
San Bernardino County.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, we
Yeah.
can't blame them for that.
I've worked
I
in
love
those
the city.
cities. They provided employment for me. I'm
Oh,
happy
yeah.
that they're there.
Actually,
Totally.
like our family business cut our teeth doing sewers and septic in Fontana back
Wow.
when they were when they
There
were
you
building
go.
up, like you're saying.
Yeah.
So you moved everywhere. You got a lot of experience in community, obviously. What made you decide to like start a non-for-profit?
Well, I call myself the hip hop Harry Belafonte. So
Okay,
I was in the music
okay.
industry before. I was basically one of the top promoters on the West Coast,
Okay.
and I was selling CDs, doing marketing for like Priority Records under Capitol, Power 106, Coca-Cola. I did like the Ice Cube project, the 504 project, a lot of different hip hop, and so I learned from the ground up how artists were being robbed of their intellectual properties. And so one day I just came up with this idea. I was like, it has to be an easier way.
Can you explain that a little bit? Like, what do you mean intellectual property? What does that mean?
Well, basically they're IP. So you sell a record, $10 in a store. Back in the day, it was $15 to $30, and then the artist will walk away with a percentage of maybe 25 cents to $1.50, depending on the bracket of that artist and what deal they closed.
Okay.
And so I wanted to teach artists how to own the highest percent of your record label and music, and then sell it from the other side in. We were doing deals called consignment deals back in the day with like FYE, Virgin, Amoeba, all of them, to where I would sell the records and I get 100% of whatever I sold it for. And then I give my street team 30%. So my street team was making more money at the time than an artist like Snoop Dogg or somebody on the records.
Which is the way
And
it
so-
should be.
Exactly. And so from that, I just, like I said, I wanted to teach other individuals how to do this. And that was my epiphany. And my way of giving back is basically teaching people how to own that intellectual property through music and arts, in this myth that you have to be a broke artist. And bless Redlands, you know, they was the first ones that seen the vision. I went around to every city. I had my own money. I said, let me build just a 10 by 10 room for the students to have a studio. And I'll take the studio and we'll train them how to do production, recording, digital design, everything from the start up. And Chief Bierman and John Harrison at the time, the mayors of this town, and the chief of police heard the concept and seen what I was doing and bought in.
Beautiful.
Then the rest is just history.
Awesome.
And so, do you still have a spot in Redlands, or are you?
Oh yeah,
in
yeah, right there at the Redlands Community Center.
Okay.
Longest standing independent contractor. I'm in the Redlands Community Center. At the time, it was closing in 2008. The city was about to lose the building, and we came with the model of independent contracting, and 16 years later, it's still open.
Still
That's
growing?
what's up.
Okay.
And
And now, and you also have a building on Electric and 40th.
The city bought that, so it's no longer owned by us.
Okay.
Sadly, it was bought by eminent domain. They're supposed to be widening the streets and demolition in
Oh.
it.
Never happened.
God bless the hearts of planning and
Right.
you know.
They need some help.
They need some
Somebody
help
needs
there.
to help them.
And so what we do partner with
Oh,
and
that's why that other property was sold and demolished. That still may happen.
no, it's not gonna
Yeah.
make it. It will
Yeah.
happen. It's
Yeah.
just when,
Yeah.
and that's the
It's a
sad
long
part
time coming.
about
But
you
they
know
won't,
just
they're not
development.
going to touch that community garden and all that stuff there, right? Or
Hey, I don't know.
okay.
Life is what it is, right? But that's where we're at. We're at the
Okay.
community garden right there on the corner of 40th and Electric. And thanks to my partner Shab and Breezia, they're the ones that helped us that donate that
Yeah.
property to us.
Awesome.
In the pandemic, all of the cities closed. I mean, all of our community centers, all of our school sites, as we know. And they were the only ones that seen the vision of what I was doing to keep people fed, keep people doing outdoor events. And you see what we've done there. I mean, we've held some of the largest free concerts in the community.
Yeah.
We took one of the largest dump sites that was just ravaged by people and thrown trash and made a beautiful urban garden with no walls. It's over 51 different species of fruit, 30
Beautiful.
different species of
Right.
vegetables, and everything's free.
Beautiful.
And so, yeah, it's a
We need
beautiful
more of
thing.
those.
Yeah.
Come up
Yeah.
to Uptown San
We'll
Bernardino.
make that happen.
We need more of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, put them in the schools and let the kids learn from that and sustain their family and themselves.
That's
good
the
friend
next
of mine's
mission.
involved in all that. Kevin Head does a lot of that community garden stuff.
Yes, he does. He's at a lot of them.
You know,
Macoma,
I think he's been over yours a few
Garcia,
times
yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, you guys all, I appreciate all that community garden. You know, we've been doing urban gardens for a long time, dude. I mean, I've been growing fruit, you know, since I could touch them and pick them,
Right.
right? And like weeding the garden since my mama, you know, made me do it
Weed
for
the
summer
garden.
work. You know?
Like,
Like, all right, you can go play when that garden's weeded. It's like this. Yeah, you know, I never got that all done, but you know, I try.
But made for a strong work ethic. And
Right.
Oh yeah, I
Instilled
definitely.
that.
I had chores. I had an allowance until that got taken away too. Yeah, like we built a house in Mexico, and that became my allowance. Right, it was cheap. Like it cost like 20,000 or something back in the day, but like all my allowance went to that.
I hear you.
But I did have a good work ethic growing up with fruit. So when you teaching kids,
Yes.
Even better.
yeah, what's more important than music, art, and food?
Hello.
I'm serious. Those
Yeah.
are like, if you look at any anthropology course or whatever, they're going to teach you about those first things of how did they get their food? Are they human? Did they do art? And right, what did they learn? And
Self-empowerment.
yeah, music
But if
is one of the
they
main
don't like what's
forms of
happening around them,
learning.
to change it. They have
And
the power.
they often would associate the cultures and societies that had art as, you know, higher thinkers
Yeah.
and, you know.
True.
You know, so definitely,
Civilized.
quote unquote.
Yeah. So you've found these basic instincts or these basics, and this could be used anywhere.
Right.
If you fulfill these needs anywhere,
Definitely.
people need food. They want their kids to be in the arts, right? I just went through all of my girlfriend's. I didn't go through it. She was going through it. All her
Yeah, get that right.
all
Get
old
that right.
photos. Well, I did a little
Like a
bit,
one
but I
swoop.
I did do some, but like you can imagine, it was all her art from being a kid to high school kind
Beautiful.
of thing, right?
Beautiful.
So she got to like look through that. But what was interesting is that her mama made her do it.
Right.
Her mama made her learn how to do shading and how to do draw a face or whatever. Like, so I was like, whoa, that's my mom never made me do that. So I was
She
like,
made
a
you
little
get
jealous.
those
Yeah,
weeds.
that's really cool.
You're out there with the weeds and you got a pencil in you.
But like maybe if my mom knew you, she could have got me into some class to do some art or learn how to.
Or you could do both, all three.
Put some music videos together. Or what are you working on right now?
Man, it's crazy. We got so much in the fire. So we do a multifaceted thing. So the main project that's about to launch right now is our Tobacco Coalition campaign. Right now, we're trying to reduce the sales of tobacco by at least 50% in the next 25 years.
Did that come with a large a grant to do that? Is that how that works?
Yeah, we got a grant to do
so
that.
you have to look. You got to go out there and look for money, team, right?
Right.
But once you find it, then you got to do the projects associated with it, right?
Yeah.
Which is a good, you know.
No, it
Stop
employs.
smoking saves lives.
Right.
Right.
Amen.
Puts out
I mean,
information so
we're at
people understand.
48% of like in our community of just unhealthy options. If you go and we're going to do these windshield tours where we'll show you. You just drive around and look for healthy options, and literally they're second to none. And so that's what we're trying to change in the city of San Bernardino. We're also hoping to build our cafe, our urban cafe at the Garden. We want to do like a juice bar, health food, so where you learn how to eat farm to table, just resource center, teaching people that.
Would that be associated with the park that is going to go all the way down the line?
That's what we're hoping,
Okay.
right? I'm in talks with the city.
Is that where the idea that possible caboose or train car came in?
No, that's a separate
That's a
story. They're
separate-
talking about
Yeah.
further up for that.
Yeah,
story?
so that's
Electric Avenue.
that story came in as just a history. So
Well, no, there was talk of actually
was.
the train car becoming the cafe.
Yeah, Lydia had mentioned
Well,
something
yeah,
about she
well, I
had
was like,
connections
whoa!
with somebody that might be able to supply an electric train, not from the same era, but close.
Yeah, but,
Oh,
but,
yeah.
but which
Okay,
was
bring it.
very, very difficult.
Right.
But two is better than one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we can go there and get some juice and stuff in the morning, or like.
all day, hopefully.
Okay, all
That's
right.
what we're hoping.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's very few healthy options in Uptown. Just being honest, right? We got a lot of fast food, a lot of great stuff that I love and I support too. But I think we just need more healthy options.
And that could be all fresh juice right from the garden, right
Straight
off the
from the
tree.
garden.
And
Yep.
that's
Local
where the garden
farm.
comes in, team. Healthy options start at home, not out in the community. Say
That's
start
right.
at home.
Exactly.
Make your own food.
Yeah,
Right.
Yes,
And
it is.
what
you
I'm
will
saying.
live longer if you make your own
Yeah.
food.
You know
And
what
you'll
you're
save
putting in
money.
it.
Yeah.
You'll save money as well.
Yeah, all the fast food, they put the stuff in there to make you want to eat more of it. They put that in there.
And they also make you, some of the stuff makes you sick.
Yeah,
Gives you
well,
cancer.
it all makes you sick pretty
Yeah.
much if you eat too much of it, right?
Yeah.
But if you start eating at home, even if it's just spaghetti and whatever you're
Some
making,
veggies.
you will start feeling healthier. You'll
Exactly.
lose weight,
Yes, indeed.
and then fresh veggies and fruit from the community garden.
Exactly.
So that's one thing that I've talked to Kevin about. Sometimes it's hard to get the actual fruit and vegetables to the community. So what have you guys done to alleviate that issue?
So we've done two things. One is we made the community the foundation for our planning. Like most groups will go to a city and work with the city, then come backwards. We did it the opposite. I went directly to the community, asked them what they wanted. We did listening sessions, planning sessions, and this was under an event entitled Soulful Sundays. And so for about 2 years, we would meet every fourth Sunday in the garden, just talking about what we wanted there, how we would design it, building it with the community, with leaders of all generations there. And then it actually is now come to fruition to where we have labyrinths there. We have, like I said, all the
Monarch
different
butterflies.
the monarch butterfly
They've
garden.
been coming steadily now, year after year.
Man,
Coming through there.
just so
Yeah.
much. The murals, everything. Yeah, we got the first topiary in San Bernardino. I hold strong mad love to Marwell and
Right.
Dirty
Butterfly.
Dino. we've brought the first butterfly statue
one.
to San
From the
Bernardino.
fire station there.
Right in front of the fire
across the street.
station, right? And so it's all community led, and now it's leading to where we're working with Tupi and the San Bernardino County School District to do a project called Food for the People.
Awesome.
To where I'm going to go into the schools and teach the kids directly. We'll start at the high school level, then bring it down to where the high school students have become peer mentors. And then we'll teach kids how to take 100 square feet right on their school lot or larger, and then start producing food right there on their campuses. And then they'll start those classes, gardening classes, teach it, take it home, and actually turn the Inland Empire into a food forest.
We need
That
that.
is beautiful.
Well, you're gonna need a huge team.
Yeah.
You need my help, you let me know.
Awesome.
Vice versa.
That's
You
what
know,
I
I'm
do is
there.
I go to schools and I teach them about our history.
Mm.
California dinosaurs, local U.S. Or actually San Bernardino history, and
Indigenous history.
and gold panning.
Hey.
That's the
The mega art.
Yeah, that's what actually what I'm going to be working on hardcore in the beginning of this year is
Awesome.
the early San Bernardino history. I think that we need it more in the schools, right?
Yes, indeed.
Agree.
But like in at least get some type of presentation to give them like a beginning, you know. That sounds like, but I've also wanted to go into gardening. I think I have been involved with so many teachers that have had like a small hydroponic system in their classroom, or just had all their kids make what, bean sprouts? Yeah, or no, Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, make Brussels sprouts. Yeah, they made Brussels sprouts and made their own salad.
Hey now.
Yeah, you know, those are the kinds of things that I'm like, wow. Well, I always wanted to have like something small to take to the schools and like they could have their own. Now there's things that we did find that were problems. Water access, summer breaks, no access to the plants during those times equals what?
Put in the breaks of the school.
Death, right. So container gardening was an idea that I thought maybe could be a little bit better because you keep it right next to the classroom, and then you know when it dies, it dies. You know.
Or
I made-
Just
No,
not
so
treatment.
the way not to kill things that we've worked with is this where, again, collaboration is. So now we deal with maintenance and operation and the principals in the school. So everyone has a buy-in. Maintenance and operations helps to maintain. The school principals and the kids have that gardening club. So when they're out of school, the maintenance and operations caring for it. When the kids are in
What's
school,
up?
they're caring for
Beautiful.
it. And so it's a joint partnership. We're not going to let anything die. We want everything to thrive and
Cool.
keep growing.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's why I say you're going to have somebody on
Yeah,
it
you gotta
because
have
the
teams.
teachers they're well-meaning, but they are so busy. The
Mhm.
administrators well-meaning, so busy. The maintenance, the same thing. So like I want to talk to you about some of these things because we've
Definitely.
already run into it.
Yeah.
And talked to Kevin Head too. He knows some really interesting. I love this idea. I think every school should have their own community garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
And
agree
I
with
think
that.
you should be required to work in that community garden before you graduate.
To
Credits.
learn.
Yeah,
And I brought up that also when there's a bigger community garden, if a kid wants to, or a youth or whatever wants to come and learn different aspects about gardening in a bigger group, that they get credit for that when they go and
Yes,
spend
indeed.
that time to learn that part of information. Ties into their
And volunteer hours.
yeah,
they need.
volunteer hours. That ties
And we
into
didn't
their
even know.
curricular
We
grade
found out they
credits.
had to have that to graduate, and now that's part of it.
Right, there you
Perfect.
go.
One thing that I think we may have perused over, but what is the name of your organization?
Music changing lives, dog. Thank you, man. Good
I
looking.
did
Right,
say that. I said
yeah.
they represented it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't slack too bad.
Yeah, he didn't. Good stuff. Good backup.
There you go.
But yeah, so for those of you that don't know us, I'm Josiah Bruni, CEO and founder of Music Changing Lives. It's my board member.
Stephen Belak, I'm happy to be a part of the group.
Commissioner Belak.
and that too. I get
Commissioner
around.
Belak.
Yeah, I have a few
He
hats.
does have a formal title.
There you go.
Wait, so do I. What,
Oh, yeah.
Commissioner Porter right here.
There you go.
We've got two. It's a good thing we didn't have another commissioner.
Well-
Oh my God, breaking the Brown Act. Look out.
Well, I'll be here for at least until the end of the election. I don't know
Right.
after that.
I don't either.
Yeah.
At this
Damien
point,
wins,
I'm
I
like,
probably will keep going. I don't know other ways. I hope people will consider me. You know, even if someone else didn't.
we
want
do share a
Yeah.
group that we're
Robert
on an
Porter
ad
for
hoc
mayor.
together for history
I just look at it.
monuments.
I don't know anyone that loves history as much as me.
Right.
You know,
No, you
I
are
actually,
above.
I do know a couple.
But it's a
But I
small,
do love
it's
it.
a
Yeah,
small.
it's
Cato.
real, yeah.
All right.
So, but
Robert
I got-
Porter for mayor.
Yeah, no.
Can you imagine?
You know, like the stress. Yeah, man.
But all you have to do is just go to every event and smile. I mean, you don't have to
There you
do too
go.
much more than that. It's the city manager that runs the city, right?
Oh man, like I do see Helen doing a lot. I mean,
She does a
Yeah,
lot.
she
Chair
does a
Tran
good
doing
job.
a
Give
lot
her
more
credit.
than
Bless
that.
her.
Definitely,
Bless
definitely.
her heart.
How can individuals find out more about your organization as well as support and connect with you as well?
Definitely, man. So Music Changing Lives, just how it sounds, on Instagram or Facebook, and then musicchanginglives.org. More importantly, you'll find everything you need there directly.
Definitely. And you've been doing this for how long?
26 years now, coming up
Wow,
in April.
man.
Yeah, man. I started it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Straight out of Fontana
Quarter
High School.
century.
Yeah,
Woo!
man.
Oh, hi in the
Jeez,
house.
right? Straight out of Fontana
There we
High
go.
School, 1998. I knew exactly what I wanted to do.
Class of '98. But Cardinal Pride over here, though.
No, it's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
They was the only ones that would take me.
but-
Like I said, man.
We'll take anyone. We're like the Raiders.
So
We won't dive into that part.
Those Pirates, on the
Yeah,
other hand.
but once the microphones are off. Now,
Shout out to the Pirates.
I think everyone here dabbled, you know, in the local culture when they were younger.
Okay.
You know?
Right.
No doubt.
I love that framing. It's so nice.
That's just
Right.
how it is. You become what surrounds you,
Yeah,
right?
what's
Your
available.
neighborhood,
You're
your
influenced by it.
community. That's why it's important for us to step up now
Amen.
and make that community better with community gardens, great organizations for the arts like
Right.
Music Chasing Lives.
Beautiful.
With the music and the art part, like what have you guys been doing lately with that?
Man, so definitely, so the music and art part, shout out to California Endowment. We just executive produced their Christmas end
was
of year
great.
song. It's a basic song talking about how we belong here. I brought together over like 7 different cultures of artists,
Beautiful.
different languages, and just made this beautiful piece choreographed by Rhea and my homegirl Susanna. And man, it's just wonderful. So that's airing right now on YouTube, pushing about 180,000 views since I think December 25th.
Right.
And now we're about to produce another one for the Tobacco Coalition. It's a song basically. I'm doing theme songs of stop targeting us basically, and taking music and art to another level of where it used to be protest music, you know, but bringing class and using social media and all the social media handles and things that we're doing, just giving these kids their voice. So that's what we're working on. After that, then I got a street team campaign that we'll be working with that go throughout all of California. It's called State of the Youth. And it's basically a listening session to where we'll go to different cities, different state throughout the state, and listen to the young adults about what they want to change in their community.
Beautiful.
And then they'll have a opportunity to write in a grant for 3 different service learning projects they'll do on this tour. So it'll be either a community garden, community mural, or a community cleanup. And so 10 communities will win $2,500 each, and then we'll go through those cities and do that project with them. We're scaled right now throughout the county of LA to do about 13 of their cities currently. I just closed a deal with IPS where we got about 9 different counties throughout the state for a charter school. We ain't gonna mention until it closes, but once it closes, man, I'll be at every single charter school throughout the state. Talking to the young adults and really hearing their voice and their side. And it's no more going to be like, oh, that's cute, great for talking to us. It's real action. We bring in real people that are talking to them, telling them financial literacy, how to build wealth, how to save money and grow, how to start their own businesses, again, how to start home growing. Everything from A to Z about how to be a human and a good human in your community.
Being a good human
Beautiful.
is more important than having a good education.
In the real talk,
Yeah.
And you don't have to choose. You
Yeah.
can have it all.
There are a
you-
couple
in
schools that are
fact, one
teaching that.
usually
with it.
leads
Yeah.
to the other.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, it's just that's being good, learning good things, good strong foundation.
Yes.
That's actually when I went my whole master's program was about building the foundation for the students. Holistic education was about that. You build the foundation, you teach them how to use the tools then you let them build.
There you go.
Right.
Get to
Power.
work,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Get out of the way.
That's
Let 'em
it.
do it.
Yeah, and like it's awesome when they do that, but
Yeah.
a lot of times we don't, we get into this like overbearing. They call them helicopter parents, but there's helicopter bosses too. And all that.
Yeah.
We call them gatekeepers.
Yeah.
See them too.
And it's the year of death to the gatekeeper.
Yeah. Are they gonna let this through?
I actually had to push myself away one time when I helped Operation New Hope do their mural. I said, well, this is about the kids. I just want to teach them color therapy and what color represents and what kind of image they want to put out to the world. And then the rest is on them. And when I got there and tried to help, they were like, "No, you said it's on us. Now you go sit down now." Okay, I'm good. I'll let it go.
Real quick, what do you do on the board, Stephen?
Oh man, there's so many things. I can't explain everything, but I know that I do inspire, and I know that when it comes time to come up with ideas to do new things or try new things, that those are expressed and not just expressed but acted upon, and they happen.
Yeah.
So it's not just talking about things or thinking about things, it's applying those thoughts and making those things happen. I mean,
And one of the most brilliant ones he just brought that we just submitted tonight, actually is kind of unique that we're talking about it. He came up with an idea of taking and doing art contests throughout all of San Bernardino County with 8-year-olds and up. So like all age artists, and then we're pitching this now to the supervisor, Joe Baca. And so hopefully Joe Baca's team take on to this idea that we just submitted to them tonight, actually, to where we'll do countywide art competitions.
Gwen too, of course.
And so hopefully that'll happen.
Yeah, I did. So at the Orange Show, they had something like that. I know we went and looked at local kids' art that they did, and they had like competition and stuff. Might be a venue you could. There was more room in there.
Right.
There was more room.
I did go to that event. I think it was like all the different grades throughout San Bernardino classes.
That sounds like PTA's a reflection one they do.
Yes,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it was.
But that is.
But yeah,
the
beautiful
kids
venue.
that won, I know a couple, and they'll take that with them.
Forever.
The 8 years old, I
Right.
won this.
Yeah.
It was actually based off a Senate Congress one that
Right.
they have every year, and those kids actually get to go to the Washington D.C. and they get their art put up in the
That's so
Hall of
beautiful.
Congress.
Yeah, or Sacramento
Or
too.
Sacramento, either
Yeah.
one. So
Yeah.
And so that's what we're trying to do for our supervisors. And the place of venue that we're hoping that'll take on to it will be our San Bernardino Museum. The county museum is underused, underserved, but it's very beautiful.
Yes, indeed.
And we want to
agree with
bring
that.
some light back to that museum. Our thing, and what I say for Stephen too, is he's a great connector. And beyond everything, he came to this organization at a time where we were looking for worker bees, and we weren't looking for people to just talk. And that's what we do.
Not
the
just
most
squeaky
of.
wheels.
Right, yeah. You could be a squeaky wheel if you're in the right room,
Right.
and it's going to open something up. But don't just be yapping. You got to be able
Yeah,
to do the do,
action.
talk the talk, and walk the walk. And that's
Yeah.
what I really love about Steven,
Yeah.
is he's done that, and he's shown over and over with true community.
we did a lot of the food handout, the food give outs.
Yeah.
Not handouts, but give outs to the community. Did a lot of those a couple years back and back.
Well, both of you,
Yes,
incredible stuff. Yanni,
Thank
thank
you.
you for joining me and
problem.
helping
Yeah.
us today. Yanni is now a co-host on here.
Hey now,
So-
hey now.
No co-host too, man.
Yeah,
Great job,
yeah,
y'all.
yeah,
Love
yeah.
it. Thank you for having us.
He's gonna start we're doing talent stuff.
Okay.
Once a month, we're gonna work a real talent whole
Bring
show.
the teller show back.
Yeah, so
That's what's up.
Yeah.
you guys.
I got plenty of
artists?
artists for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I mean, like
Definitely.
Edwin
There you
as
go.
well, Ms. Johnson, and then I got
Definitely.
someone else I want to talk
Chords.
to, Andrew, that just contacted me that would like to come back on the show.
Okay.
For
There you go.
But I want to talk to you about
Definitely.
the artist stuff first.
Definitely.
But thank you for
Awesome.
showing up. We
Thank
love music changing lives.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, go visit them, the community garden right there, Electric and 40th Street,
Yeah.
and you'll see it. It's right there by the big eucalyptus trees.
Hey now.
And this is Robert Porter with the I Love San Bernardino County Radio Show, and we all
Love San
Hey!
Bernardino.
Happy New Year.